Okay, so high and low stream, and then close, fast, strike. That's it. And you have yourself a heart. On my way to my favorite coffee shop where I live. It is called Penstock. It's a roastery. It's pretty cold, freezing point. But beautiful day. The sun is out. Yeah, coffee time. Morning. Today's Sunday, December 8th, my birthday, and I opened this like at 1 o'clock in the morning because I was talking with my family. They are all over the place. Mom is in Sumatra, Indonesia, my older sister in California, my younger sister in Dubai, my younger brother in Jakarta. So we were just chatting, and then after midnight, came in Jersey. I opened number 8 from the chocolate, and updates from my birthday sweater. So I was hoping I would be wearing my birthday sweater today. I'm about to go out for a brunch in Princeton, and I was hoping I can wear it, but it's okay. It's almost there. As you can see, one arm is done, the body is done, and I only have like less than half of a sleeve. One sleeve is done, not one arm. So could have worn this if I really was focusing on this last night or yesterday the whole day, but I was just taking my time. I'm not stressing over it. Why do you have to stress over your knitting, right? The motto of this channel, love what you knit, knit what you love. So if you're stressing something out, you're not gonna love it. So I know I will love this, wearing this, because look, it is just amazing. And I already tried it on to check the fit or the size. Perfect. Cannot wait to finish it and wear it. So I definitely can wear it this coming week. But I'm thinking I should just right away wash it, because I'm going to bring it to London. London is in, not next week, the week after. So if it takes like almost a week, because this is really bulky, then I will have time, in the whole next week to dry it. So that's what I was thinking. I'm happy with that. All right, I'll show you around what I'm doing today. Oh, one thing. So my sister and her family got me this for birthday gift, and this is one of those puzzle that you have to solve without having any hint, so just using logic. But the funny thing is I solved it right away, and this is why I did not finish my sweater last night, because I went home at 6 or 7. I saw this, and then while we're chatting over the phone until midnight, I was just, I solved this, in an hour or so, but then I tried to put it back on. So, I'm a cheap Asian, not cheap, but been frugal. So I put everything back on. Basically, that part takes a while, just make sure. You basically have to work back all the puzzle and, put everything, align everything. I'm sure when you make this, there's, like a workflow that you just follow to put it back together really quickly. But, everything, all of these pieces will come apart. So you can see, if you're too excited to open or open it, then when you put it back, you have to know where all the pieces are and where they went. That part took a while. But I love this. So this can even be, like I put it out as, like a decoration. If there's a guest over, they can just play with it and then have them try to solve it. All right. Today's Tuesday, December 10th of December. Yesterday I did not really vlog as much. I think I just had one picture, but anyway, yeah, that's because I finished the birthday sweater, so I was just taking a break. I was just doing some organization around the house after work and after the gym. I even don't take any I did not vlog anything from the gym, so I did not have any pictures of a video. Anyway, what do you do with your gauge swatch? If you make gauge swatch when you make a garment, what do you do with them? I just found, well, these are gauge swatches, and these are just like leftover yarn that I was trying to make something, but it did not work out. And I was like, all right, it could be a pot holder, or just as a something for the kitchen. But what do you do with this? I think it could be a pot holder also, right? Anyway, today I'll make some coffee to start with, and then I started the process to make a blazer. from a scratch. So I got the fabric from Joanne during Thanksgiving, and I just pre-shrunk it by washing it last night and laundry, and that's another thing. So I was just doing organization and waiting for the pre-shrinking process of the fabric. And today I will, before I go to work, this is about 7 o'clock right now, I will iron the fabric, and I also iron my shirt for today, and then I will be ready to, cut the fabric using the pattern thing tomorrow, because tonight I will have to be in New York City after work, because there is a holiday party with the Carnegie Hall supporters. So I'm supporting Carnegie Hall. So every winter they have a party for the supporters. So I will take you there. I will take some snippets of videos. All right, bye. So for the coffee, I have this beans from Sumatra that I'm making for coffee. So I like to drink macchiato, is basically espresso shots with a little bit of milk. Macchiato means stained. Macchiare is to stain. So you just stain your coffee with a little bit of milk. That's what it's meant. So you need an espresso mug. So you cannot have it too big. And if you want to make, this is not an espresso mug, but I make it as an espresso mug. This is from Indonesia. This is made in Jersey. I've met a a ceramic person, artist, and he made this. And this one I made myself. I went to the pottery class, and I made this. So I specifically wanted to make a really artsy espresso mug, and I have it. So, and then you want to have a certain shape, something close to this. This is the closest one for a good coffee art, latte art. Well, not latte, macchiato art. Yeah. So I'll show you how to do it. All right, step 1, make your espresso, and you want to just have the espresso to 1/3 of your container. So if it goes more than 1/3, I will just have a second container to catch the rest. So you can see now, so that's pretty much 1/3. So I just put extra on another container. Second step is the milk. So you don't need a lot of milk here. Oh, sorry. You don't need a lot of milk here, but you want to foam the milk. So first I prepare the steam, and now it's ready to foam. First you have to just incorporate air, and then you dip the steam wand further in. So initially you incorporate air by keeping the wand on the surface of the milk, and after a couple seconds you just bring in. Basically now you're foaming the milk without incorporating too much air. And then you stop when it gets to the temperature where it's not too hot. You don't want it to go to a temperature that is way too high. Anyway, you clean the wand and you're ready. Okay, so step 3, make the art. So that's the espresso with the layer of crema, and then that's the foamed milk. So what I will do initially, you go high, low stream, and then fast close one stream off the center, and just to make a circle, and then bring it up and make a line. All right, so that's pretty much your movement. Okay, so high and low stream, and then close, fast, strike. That's it. And you have yourself a heart. Okay, bye. Here I am in Carnegie Hall, at Carnegie Hall, about to have the holiday gala. It's about almost 7 o'clock, and after the performance, there will be the party. Alright, that was fun. I got a pin from Carnegie Hall Notables. And on my way home now.
So I decided to use a knitting machine to work on some gifts and some charity stuff. And I searched around and I found this. So this is just like that Addie's Express, or this one is called Centro, Sentro. It's basically a 48 pin machine, and it's the optimum yarn to use for this is DK2 worsted weight. So what you're seeing here, I am making a hat. We're using a worsted weight. So if you have it or if you've seen it, you just cast it on. You just check YouTube on how to cast on. And for this, I made about 100. Well, no, this is exactly 135 rows, and then I cast off, and then it's just closed by pulling the cast off yarn, yeah, strand of yarn. So there's no decrease here. So it's and it is not. It looks good. So basically, making it for my nephew, and I tried it on my head. I have really huge circumference for my head, but this fits, but it will fit him better. So yeah, so it's really easy. I've never used this before, but actually I have another knitting machine, a flat one, but I don't use that a lot. I use that to make blankets. But this one is really good. Just if you want to just make, like a quick hat with your stash yarn. Yeah, if you have DK or worsted. Now, if you have fingering, there will be a picture at the end where I show, because I made for the first night. So this what you're looking here is the first night I got this. I made 5 hats right away, and so it's that easy to use. So that what you're looking right now is the first hat that I made, and that is using DK. I forget where I got this yarn from, and then I also use the purple in the background yarn over there on the left. But so there is a fingering. I held it double with mohair, and that is the best. It turned out to be the best one for this machine, even though it's a little bit tricky when you keep the mohair with the wool in the yarn feeder and also the tension controller, but it is possible. So, and then there's another one where I use worsted. The worsted one works well also, and I decided to just go between 130 rows to 150, and for medium to large size adult. Now for little kids less than 10 years old, I will just stop at 100 rows. Yeah, so I really am enjoying this. So basically I spent 2 days to work on the gift of so basically I made hats for gifts, and also for something to give away. Yeah, and what else? And also, this machine can also be used to knit panels. So instead of knit tubes that you turn into a hat or gloves, you can also make panels. So I'm thinking in making to make a fingerless glove or fingerless gloves by knitting a flat panel and then close it and then shape it, or not shape it, add ribbing to it and to make a fingerless glove. So that will be it. And as this one, I would say it took about 30 minutes from start to finish. As you can see now, I'm just closing the construction here. It's just a long tube that you close both sides at the end, and then you just tuck it in. So basically, it's yeah, like a long tube that you tuck one end into the other, and it makes a hat, as you can see there. And then yeah, there you go. That's using the DK. And then if you want a brim, you just fold it up, and you get yourself a hat. That's how it is. All right. And here we are. So that's the purple one on the left, the second one I made, and the hot pink one is the third one. And the hot pink is using a double fingering. Here we are. I am trying out for the very first time to sew my own blazer using a sewing pattern. This is Simplicity sewing pattern for a male blazer that goes from 40 size 40 to size 52. And throughout the week, I have been watching YouTube videos of how people are using Simplicity pattern from start, from the very first step to to the end. And I found a lot of tips and tricks to somehow prepare me, even from cutting the pattern from the package. So if you have used Simplicity pattern before, I'm sure you know this by now, but I did not. So Simplicity is a brand where they publish a lot of sewing pattern, and you can find that this in Joanne store or fabric store, and also online. And basically it gives you all this tissue paper, as you can see there, all with the printed pattern of pieces of the material, the garment that you're gonna make. And depending on the size, you have to cut the correct one. I did not know that. I thought it was already cut in pieces, so I just apply it. So it took a while to cut the tissue for your size. For me, at least for me, because this is my first time, I don't have the correct table. As you can see, I'm just using a ironing board. And at the end, as you can see here, I just use my floor to lay out all the pattern that I have cut on the fabric. That's how much I got last night. As you can see, this is the cut fabrics that I just put on the body form, just to see how they will go before how they will look before I start sewing them. So what I learned from this first step is that cutting takes a lot of time, and follow along as I try to complete this before my trip to London next week. And see you in the next video, which is the third week of Vlogmas. Bye.